Good morning, students. This video is for class 4 science, and today also we will continue with same chapter number 12, friction as a force. And today our topic of discussion will be harmful effects. In the last class we have already discussed about the usefulness of friction. Today we will study about the harmful effects. As we all know that each and everything present on this earth has two sides. One is good side and the other is the bad side. So we have already studied about the good side of friction. Today we will study about the bad side or the harmful effects of friction. What effects, what disadvantages can friction cause? Friction is useful, but too much friction can cause problem as well. So friction is useful to us, but too much of friction can cause problem for us. Some of the problems that are caused due to frictions are the following. Number one, excess friction can make it difficult for us to slide a heavy box across the floor or ride a bicycle on the road. So if the amount of friction is too much, then it will not be possible for you to move a heavy box on the floor, or it will be very difficult for you to ride a bicycle if there is lot of friction between the surface of the tire and the surface of the road. Number two, friction causes wear and tear of machinery parts that constantly rub against each other. So we know that machines have different parts, and each and every part is connected to each other and they rub against each other when they move. So excess of moving, when they move, this excess friction caused can break down the machinery parts and it causes depreciation, damage to the machinery parts. Next, it gives rise to unwanted heat, due to which the useful energy gets wasted as heat energy. So too much of friction causes or produced heat, and this heat is actually wasted in the form of heat energy. Sometimes even fire accident can take place in the vehicles due to excess frictional force. Sometimes you will find that because of the amount of friction, excess amount of friction, there is a fire accident. That means the tires of the vehicles can get caught with the fire. So there are many disadvantages, like for example what we are discussing now. So this too much of friction can cause fire accident also. It acts all the time and slows down the speed of a moving object. For this, extra force has to be applied from time to time to keep the moving object moving. This causes the wastage of fuel and energy. So too much of friction actually slows down. We know that friction always acts in the opposite direction of the moving object. So too much of friction actually slows down or sometimes stops down the moving object. So keep that moving object keep moving continuously without stopping or without slowing down, what we have to do is that we have to apply more force. In the process we keep on wasting our force too much. Last one, it produces noise in machines. For example, if a running fan makes squeaking sound, it is because of friction. So this is very common. Sometimes you open the door, the hinge of the door, the joint of the door, they get rusted, and because of that too much of friction, you will find that when you open the door or when you close the door, you will find a squeaking sound. Or sometimes because of friction, when the fan rotates, due to this friction, it makes a sound. So these sounds of the moving objects, rotating objects, are made because of excess friction. So these are the effects, these are the actually harmful effects of friction. So do not take that friction is only useful to us, it is also harmful to us, because it causes lot of difficulties in our daily life. So I hope all of you have understood the harmful effects of friction. So for today we will keep it till here. In the next class we will study about how to prevent or how to increase or decrease friction. So for today up to this much. Thank you, class.